We're gonna have ourselves MML. Let's have Kiss a Leave. Let's have Kiss a Leave just so I can switch between F1 and 1. Because F2 and 1 is gonna feel weird. But it's gonna be our boy MML playing up to... Actually, no. Because you can say, Katrikan is here. You can say, you're fine. I'll get used to it. Oh, he left. Katrikan, can you leave now? So now I made him leave. I'm sorry. Oh, Gentleman and Scholar dead. Oh, not quite a gentleman. Looks like, well, it's like a sailor outfit, but that helmet definitely to protect his big head. At least he's rolling the helmet. At least he's staying safe out here. This is going up versus literally a tiger in a box. He's gonna be in a cage with a tiger, a fairly big cage, more like a zoo. Encampment. Cat, can you bail for this duel? You can watch it on stream, but bail just because I only had Kiss to Leave and I feel bad. I don't want to. I don't want Prox to feel like alone, man. I don't want Prox to feel alone. Oh, they're gonna do a long walk. Dead. Master of Survival has this pet muskrat ready to go with his harpoon. He's got a banding bandages or banding bandages, what I used to call them. Ready to go versus a boy, and that's gonna be some height advantage there. That reach for Prox being as tall as he is. Look at this guy, unbeatable, unkillable, undeniable, unobstructable. That's about as good a words I can. My vocabulary is the best, isn't it? But Prox is gonna be playing the Feral, big down playstyle. Lots of healing from a Feral versus Survival Hunter dead. Traps are ready, making sure there's literally zero way for him to get in. A fucking Katrikan playing football with the guy. Playing some football, just like kicking a ball around. Playing that football. And Prox, is he gonna get in? Any angle is gonna be hard. Actually gonna go on a hibernate onto the pet, triggering one of the traps. Is gonna bail out for a second. That's gonna be more traps ready. Does have thorns up and running. Does dead want to hit into those? It looks like he is gonna hit into those, but he's gonna get a stun onto Prox. There's gonna be trinket immediately. Doesn't want to get in there. Can you really cast hibernate while in cat form? Was that new? And Prox is gonna bail out of there with his essence of Ripple Time in Space. Ripple in Space is gonna bail out. It does get entangled roots into Cyclonic Blast on the dead. Does get to hit him from quite a bit of line of sight. That's gonna be fade dead or dead. Still has a bunch of traps ready, and Prox does not want to walk into those traps at all. There's a freezing trap, there's a steel trap, gonna need the steel trap and a power shifting out of it. Gonna be another freezing trap around the corner, and Prox does go to the other side, eating a freezing trap, and finally the dead can maybe get something done. I think he just went for manic bandages, so he at least cleaned the dots, but he's not going to be able to clean any more of the, or at least recover in health. And Prox actually, I think, almost went for a restyle, but that's going to be a wall as Zed gets to engage him. Has coordinated assault rolling. It's going to get aspect of the eagle rolling too, I think. That's going to be Turtle Shell actually now having to go for full defensive playstyle versus Prox. Needs to take off those dots immediately, and Prox is there. Going to hit him with the Moonfire to make sure no manic bandages can be used. Is gonna go for regrowth. So Dad is definitely far behind right now on his defenses. All he has a trinket ready. Prox doesn't have a trinket. That's one advantage that Dad has. He's gonna land a stun into Prox, try to see if he can just hit the little kitty cat with his stick for a little bit, but those dots are melting him. All the Prox for different pieces of gear onto Dad is just not doing work for him at all. He's gonna be able to take off the dots, at least the bleeds. And it's going to land a flare. Prox does run into a steel trap, but it's going to be able to AoE Dead Spats to take him out of camo. Going to be tricking out of Dead as he gets out of that bash. Prox has a wall and renewal if he needs to. It's going to go for a little bit of a reset. Now you can see that thing. Does Dead see that thing? That's going to be a hibernate onto Dead Spat though, as Dead is throwing down a bunch of traps on every angle. Doesn't want to let Prox get to him. Is he going to go for it? He's going to run to a trap. It looks like he ran into a steel trap already. Flare not going to let him catch a resell. Dead denying the resell for the Feral. Going to be Thorns immediately, and Dead might just want to go for a bit more of a defensive or a long range play. Is going to try to see if he can kite. Going to get a Mautic rolling onto Prox. And Prox wants to go for some big damage. Does Dead have a harpoon for this? He does not. That's going to be another last wall available for Prox. 30 seconds before he gets a new one. That's going to be stunned. Trinket out of it immediately as Dead trying to engage back with Prox. Prox no longer with a trinket anymore, so Freezing Trap could set him up. Cyclonic Blast coming out. Does he have a feint death for this one? Dead is just taking the damage. Just got to go for a bit of that acceleration in there. It looks like Prox actually, I think, started to hit the Muskrat instead, canceling out his own Cyclonic Blast. It didn't last the full duration. He's going to be able to get a stun onto Dead for a second. Heals coming out for the both of them. Wants to stop the manic bandage immediately, but a Freezing Trap is going to set him up. Don't shoot! My hands are up! Don't shoot, officer! Don't shoot! Dead is going to shoot him with a tranquilizing dart. He's like, son of a bitch! The hunter's crazy, man! The hunter's crazy. Oh, big mobility out of Prox. Can never catch this guy. Dead is going to pull his pet back a little bit. Prox is going to Moonfire the pet so Dead cannot catch a camo, which is really good here. Moonfire is going to last there for a while onto that pet. Manning Better still will come out, and Prox definitely does want to get on top of Dead. It's going to be Skill Trap to stop him in place. As he has a bunch of comp points built up, ready to go. Try to get a big bite onto Dead. Is he going to be able to? His health is back up and running. Doesn't have a trick. It's down onto Prox. Does that have a big setup? It's going to throw some grenades in there. That's definitely going to be a wall out of Prox. Hopefully Dead has something for it. And Prox eating that freezing trap. But Dead already has dots on him. Back up and running. Manning better to clear it up. He's just sending the pets so Prox doesn't get a reopener. Does he catch a re-stealth? Almost. Nope. The traps are going to get him out. Steel trap clamping down on his little troll toes. And Prox is going to get himself a full heal. We are at 5 minutes almost here, boys. Dampen is going to come in at the 5-minute mark. So these boys have been playing this out for a while. Who's going to win in the end, though? Best out of 3. Dead? Prox, look at the setup. He doesn't blink, so it looks like Dead cannot see where that thing goes. But allies can probably see it, and we can see it for sure. Going to be a freezing trap onto Prox immediately. And Dead needs to go for that recovery. That was a good move by Prox. Try to go for like a monk port, but Prox is back up. He actually could continue to go when he has wall back up, renewal up, thorns are up, so Dead can't really hit him. Trinket available too, and it's going to build up the comp points off of Dead. He is just in a great spot right now. Dead is going to have to take this damage, and that's going to be so many procs happening by Prox. Cyclonic Blast to follow. Doesn't go for feign death. He actually might be dead with that. Trinket's out of that stun. Manning Better is coming down as he trying to get at Dead. Dead used to feign death that thing every time he gets a chance. He just stopped that Trinket, that Cyclonic Blast. That's going to be freezing trap. Dead lived through all the defensives out of Prox. Through everything, but he will be able to come back. Setting up traps around the corner yet again. Catching the camo, not for long. The steel trap onto Prox. The Prox is going to skull bash on him just to get some closer. Dead is going to go for coordinated assault. Dead is going to go for a little bit of damage. Manning Better's coming out, and Prox is actually going to get around top of him. Dead still has cooldowns rolling. Bash comes in. No trinket available. Prox's health is actually very low still. Does get a mean bite onto Dead. Dead needs to go for a massive heal. Does he have anything though? Is he done? Freezing trap comes out, but that's going to be it. Wow. Oh my god, both of these guys healed. Okay, Prox is healed for an insane amount, but these guys healed for a ton. Alright, boys, let's get another one. This has got to be a best out of 3, man. Maybe the map gave Prox a bit of an advantage. You never know. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Flying between his legs. That feels weird. That felt weird, but we're going to do it again. How you doing, everybody? Hope you guys are having a great one because we got ourselves... Oh, I'm actually meant to go for this guy. We're gonna have to have ourselves Prox as a feral. Just 1-1 versus Dead. And Kachik on left, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna give you an opportunity, man. Guess he's just gonna go where Cat was, I guess. He's gonna hang out. He's gonna cheer Dead. He's gonna cheer for Dead. Dead is gonna walk out, set up the traps ahead of time. Prox is gonna walk out. Prox is probably not gonna change his playstyle at all. He's probably gonna do exactly the same thing he's done. Dead is going to change up his strategy a little bit. Hasn't changed his Mog. But maybe the Mog means that he's going to play the same strategy. Maybe he's just going to try what he is used to. Try it again, see if it works out next time. We'll see. But he already has himself a bit of a setup. Couple of the angles. And now every angle of this pillar are set up. He's actually resetting him right now. Every angle of this are going to be available. And Prox might come in. Oh, Flare comes out, denying the Feral the opener. Is he going to run away? Storm coming out onto Prox immediately. Looks like Prox actually having a little bit of lag. What is going on? And Dead realizes there's a bit of lag. I think Prox is back in. Prox is getting damage back in. Dead is kind of letting him... Yeah, I think it was a bit of lag. So maybe if you guys can reset. It looks like Prox is lagging quite a bit. Get enough Flare. Making sure his area is secured. For Prox is going to be a little bit difficult. A little bit of a challenge trying to find a good angle to get on Dead. It's going to open up with a Hibernator on the pet. And Dead is going to cut him to a freezing trap immediately. But it's going to be perfect. Going to be able to get a pet stun off of that. Is going to pop some cooldowns into a Lucid Dream. Going to throw a grenade at Prox. Hopefully he's not lagging too bad. Stun onto him. Chickens out of him immediately. Trying to get some counter pressure going onto Dead with that wall running into a Cyclonic Burst right now. Popping and lots of damage to Dead. Popping through his one shield that he has. And Dead is going to reset his traps in case Prox is going to run at him. Getting that Manic Bandage in there. And Prox is going to go for more of damage to the pet. Actually going to bleed up the pet fully. Might even have to not worry about the pet at a later time. Power shifting out of those traps. But that Cyclonic Blast did quite a number to Dead. And if you can do it again in 2 minutes, you'll be in a good place. Prox is looking to bail out of that situation. But his health is super low. Maledict is rolling down on him. He's going to get a wall up and running. Can Dead keep the pressure going right now? Dead actually has him on the ropes. Prox tried to sprint out of there with wall up and running. No heals available. All he has is offensive power. He doesn't even have a trinket for this anymore. And Prox is going to run to the steel trap, get caught in the bad spot. Thorns are coming out. Dead is looking to end this game right now. Does he have the pet stone to follow? Has a freezing trap on one side. Regrowth coming out for Prox. Ruining the freezing trap, and Dead is looking to end this. He's going to get a grenade in there again. Oh, and the stun around the corner. I think Prox is down for the count. Looks like Dad had to wait for a moment. Was that a lag? Was that a case of lag again? Was the Prox lagging that, or was that legit or not? What are we looking like? Is it US only? Can't find it. McPeterus, we are on EU today. It's gonna be Dead though, coming back in as a survival hunter, changing up his mog, wants to make sure this win is gonna be a good one. Going for the good old, actually this is not my favorite mog of yours, but I like this one a lot. There's a different one, a red one that I really enjoy, but this green one looks dope as hell as well. That's gonna be Prox rocking the same old mog. Oh, it's so dark in here. You could use that joy while in PvP, really? Dead actually, what is a bow? You just laid down and stood back up. What a weird bow. It's like a reverse bow. Full body reverse bow. Kachikat and Chris are just gonna sit above. You guys can watch from the rafters. That's perfectly fine if you want to stay there. Perfectly fine with me if you guys want to chill there. Prox is gonna run around. That's gonna be Dead. Not even setting up a traps. That's gonna be a hibernate onto the pet. And Dead is actually waiting with his traps. He's gonna use them, I guess, at a later time. Looks like he actually did set up traps, but we just couldn't even see him. I just couldn't even see those traps. That was a charge trap. Maybe there's a freezing trap somewhere. Gonna be a Maledict rolling onto Prox off the bat. And Dead just can't quite catch up to him. Does get a stun. Tried to sprint from the other side. Chucking a grenade midway. And Prox taking quite a bit of damage in the opener by Dead. Quite a lot of damage. Freezing trap to follow. Doesn't have a trick for it. Dead could just continue the damage. He's gonna drop a steel trap onto the Prox. He's gonna get Thorns up and running. Dead is gonna go for feign death. Another grenade throwing down. Prox is going to be able to get himself a bit of that line of sight. Going a bit long way. I guess maybe trying to avoid the traps or trying to get used to it. Another freezing trap. Just stop in place. This is the second freezing trap that early. That's going to be more DOS thrown down. Harpoon onto Prox. Needs to get counter pressure onto Dead, who's looking pretty healthy right now. Still has all his cooldowns on Prox. Doesn't have a trinket. Doesn't have wall. Doesn't have renewal. Only one wall left. And it's going to be many bandages for Dead, as Prox is going to build up some comp points on the pet. Dude, these traps in this arena are actually invisible. Even I can't see them. I don't know why. Normally you'd be able to. That pet is going to interrupt that regenerating for Prox, but he did give himself quite a bit of health though, so that's nice. Yeah, for some reason in this arena, I can't see this stuff. Cyclonic Blast coming out of Dead. Gonna take quite a bit of damage. Stun onto Prox. No trinket available. Does Dead have enough damage to get the big damage going? Looks like he does not yet at least. Gonna throw down Thorns. That's gonna be Prox teleporting somewhere. Teleporting up above in the rafters is going to go for a bit of regrowth as he's still trying to recover from the opener Dead put up on him. Dead is just going so hyper aggressive now, not letting Prox play the game and get his openers and resets. He's just staying on him the whole time. Every time he can get a small setup, he's just staying on the guy as best as possible. He's getting back in there. Chucking up a couple of grenades. Aspect of the Eagle coming out, and as soon as he sees Prox going behind the wall, he's going to harpoon at him. Chickens out of the bash to keep the damage rolling onto Prox. Trying to stay on him as best as possible. Disengaging offensively just to stay on him. Prox super low on health. Prox could maybe get a heal. Renewal very soon. He's going to go for renewal with a Swiftman right back to back. Trying to turn the damage around with a Berserk onto Dead. Dead getting hit with a stun, and Prox playing that more defensively. Still has a trinket back up. Then it's going to lob a grenade all the way from so far away. Prox needs to get himself massive heals right now. Getting a hibernate off of the pet in case I guess that thing would stun him. And it's just continuing to run. He has cooldowns up, but as freezing trap puts him in a bad spot. Dead has cooldowns back up. Is that going to be another stun by the pet? Stun comes in, harpoon coming out. He has a trinket for it. Continue to run while in bear form is going to try to teleport out. Which way is he going? He does teleport far, but the Maledict rolling on him. No healing available. Actually denied him, and he got a playstyle and might go down. Does actually go down in the best out of 3, and Dead from exhaustion just falls to the ground. He's just I had to chase after him for so long, and I got him. My boy! You beat a feral! You beat a feral! Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, boys. Dad is back. The king is back! The survival hunter god is here. And the season 3 is treating him just fine. My god, boy. My god. Yo, big ups for Prox. You played that well, my man. You fell on my guy. And now Kissy and Kachka just throwing fireworks with the necklaces. They're basically the fireworks, man. Look at this green and like tannish fireworks. You get your meal and you eat it, boy. You eat it. The pellicle razor, yep. Привет, чувак, крутые стримы. Так держать. Большое спасибо, Кратогар. Здорово, здорово, как дела? You're the man. What a game. That was a game. That was a hell of a game. Now he gets to hang out with his dead meat waifu.